It is indeed a pleasure to stand here with you today. When I got a message from Emmanuel, I just couldn't say no. I mean, we've known each other on the electronic media for a long time, and we do correspond together for the African Tourism Board, which we launched a few years ago for Africa, by Africa. Today I'm honored to stand here with you, and I know you respected members of this forum who are keeping the Ghana tourism in its rightful place. But today, when I was invited to say a few words as I'm in Ghana for some meetings, the key word of today's meeting, if you look at it, building a robust, responsible, and sustainable travel and tourism framework. And for this, you need the data. But the key word is tourism. And if you don't know what tourism brings for you, if you don't know what tourism brings for Ghana, and if you don't know, at the end of the day, what tourism brings for Africa, what is tourism? Does it provide employment for Ghana? Does it bring money into the safe of Ghana? Does it keep the Ghanaians with money in their pockets? These are the key points that this new think tank consultancy program that exists. It's a very short consultancy with 3 key points that I need to deliver for Ghana. But one of them is to relook at Ghana and how to bring more people of Ghana into their own tourism industry, often with distinguished speakers that went ahead of me. I wonder why they did not apply, and that you get somebody from the outside who comes in. But there's one key phrase that's often used in Seychelles, and it says, no one is a prophet in his own country. But I really want to congratulate Emmanuel. Congratulate him because what he is doing today, the whole of Africa must do. The whole of Africa must find a way to know this viability of an industry that keeps people working and that really can put money in the pockets of each and every African. There's no two industry in the world that can put money directly in the pocket if it is done well. You can have small industries, you can have cottage industries, you can have all the way up the ladder, the different industries that people can benefit from and participate in. Tourism is key. But you can also have an industry that you as people of that country play no part in it. So many years ago, when I was then Minister of Tourism in Seychelles, I launched a program that says, claim back our own tourism industry. It doesn't mean we don't have any foreigners actively involved, but we, as the people of the country, must be the backbone of the country. Because what we make stays in the country. What we make remains as part of the infrastructure of that country. We don't work just to make the salary, but we work with our heart because this is also our country. And I think if you know the facts, if you know the figures, if you have the data, it is easier for you to know that this industry must be safeguarded, must be protected, and then, at the end of the day, must be encouraged to develop itself. When I was listening to 2 of the previous speakers, it reminded me, because the Ministry of Tourism, Arts and Culture have a program of their own that says to buy Ghana, what is made in Ghana, to push this forward. And I saluted the minister for this program because I think it is an excellent program. Today we have a group of ladies, I'm told, that are specialists in cooking and putting forward the traditional food of Ghana. In one of the meetings I went to on my last visit a month ago, somebody was at that meeting working with the ministry and eating a little packet of biscuits. And in a way that I was teasing her, I said, can you tell me where it's made? And it was made in Ireland. I said, Ghana makes no biscuits? And somebody from the ministry, a senior person, said, yes, but often we will buy what comes from overseas and not what is made in Ghana. It is important for tourism the base of an industry that you have, to show all the facets of success when you start buying what you make here. Last night at the hotel where I'm staying, they had a chocolate hour. And waiting for somebody to meet me, and I said, okay, I'll go and try the chocolates. And they have excellent chocolates. They even had one that has as a drink, a chocolate drink that they had there, made for people to try. And if you look at that success of the Ghana cocoa plantations and processors, you wonder why we talk about the Swiss chocolates and not Ghana chocolates. And yet you are the base of what Switzerland is selling. They don't grow cocoa in Switzerland. It's too cold and they don't have enough space. But you have the cocoa. Why don't we hear more about the Ghana chocolate, cocoa, milkshake, you name it. But this you will know the importance of it when the success of ATRN, that network, that'll find the data, what is made here, what is planted here, what is produced here, and then what is not used here. And other countries bring it raw, develop it, and send it back to you, and we happily buy it in packets. I say that not in a derogatory manner. Africa has everything. From us in the Indian Ocean, next door to Kenya, or from the north of Africa. We have everything you can think of. But do we use everything? No. We are too happy. If it comes from the North Pole, it must be better. It's colder. But let's look at ourselves. Let's look at our country. Let's look at our continent. Let's look at our people and say, what can we do to really make our people more successful? The natural assets of Ghana or Africa. Should we really have poor people? Simple answer would be no, because we have it all. But we are unable to consolidate what we have and turn it all into assets to put money in each and every pocket of our citizens. It is not the government. It is not the country. It is us, the people of Africa. The day we decide, and I admire you ladies in blue, who are, I'm not sure if this is your traditional color, but I'm amazed that you stand, and you've all been complimented by every speaker, that you stand at every time to make things happen. But just look at your assets with food. Where do you get local food to be able to really eat it? The other day, the last trip, somebody took me and said, I'll take you to a restaurant that is only serving Ghanaian food. And I went in and I said, I eat anything. I'm very easy. I come from not even the main island. I come from a small island with only 1,500 people in my day. Now there's 3,000. And they took me to eat some goat meat. What was probably grilled or deep fried, I'm not too sure. But I had to ask her for a chainsaw to cut it, because it was so hard. It was impossible. I said, I am an old man and I don't have the teeth to be able to go through this. The lady laughed. The meat was very good, except extremely hard. But I say that as a joke, but it is important for Africa and the whole of Africa. It is very important for us to try and appreciate what we have. Appreciate it. And then we will find the success. There's nothing that hurts more to see people that have nothing, people that are poor, people that are struggling. It hurts because we have everything to make them all happy. We have everything to really say to the people of Ghana and to the whole continent of Africa. Work together. Look at each other and ensure that the riches of Africa helps each and every citizen of Africa. But for you to get into Africa, you need to do it for Ghana first. So these are questions that we will have to know. But what Emmanuel is doing now, credible data. And that is the success of having information at your fingertip. Otherwise, we all talk. But we, the two of the speakers spoke earlier, we don't have credible information. The word credible is what will make our arguments stand. It is good to see that Ghana is moving forward. It is moving forward. We will all come to Ghana. We will all appreciate it. And yesterday after landing, I put a tweet to say how happy I am to be back in Ghana because the people are warm. The country is lovely. And it is really an exceptional country. I came here with the World Tourism Body before, met your former president in one of the conferences, but I was still in office as minister then. And I've since then enjoyed every time I come to Ghana. I think you've got such a great country. If you could all take one mission for yourselves and ask every foreigner that comes in, I'm told it's over 1 million now. It was 600,000 last year. Somebody gave a data earlier. If that is factual, ask this 600,000 or that million to put a tweet out to say how good Ghana is, how exceptional the people of Ghana are. You will find that word of mouth will help Ghana go further in its own drive to make their industry work for Ghana and for each Ghanaian.